guys, welcome to Big Daddy's Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make Big Daddy's Buttery Biscuits. This is what you need. 2 cups of all-purpose flour, about 120 grams of butter that I've cut into small pieces, 3/4 cup of milk, cold milk, and I know you can't really see it, but trust me, there is half a teaspoon of baking soda in here, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and about 3 teaspoons of sugar in here, and just to give it a nice mild sugary taste, and 1 egg. So first things first, always mix your dry ingredients before we add anything else to it. Sugar, baking powder, baking soda, and salt. So give everything a mix. Then we add our butter. Now of course you can do this in a food processor. However, you gotta be careful because you don't want to activate the gluten by using a food processor and make your biscuits really tough. So if you take the time and slowly do this with hand, you will see that you will have nice softer biscuits. Okay, once our flour and everything else start looking like this, kind of like a coarse texture to it, then we're going to start adding our liquids to it. So let's put this aside for a second. And our liquids are our milk and 1 egg. So we'll put 1 egg in there. And very lightly beat it up. Yeah. That's it. And put that in the center. Now you're going to see I'm going to put my whisk away and fold everything together. Again, I don't want to work this dough too much because I want to get a nice soft dough. You can see it's coming together. If you find this a little bit too wet, you can always just add some more flour to it. And that's it. When it gets to be a little bit too tough for the spatula, just put it aside. Get in there with your hands, very gently. You really don't want to knead this because unlike a pizza dough, you don't want this to be stretchy. You want it to be kind of fluffy and very brittle actually. And that's it. That's our biscuit dough. We're ready to start shaping into biscuits and bake it in the oven. Okay, you want to try to do this really quickly before the butter in here melts and makes it more sticky. Put some flour on your surface. You don't need to use a rolling pin. You want to flatten it out with the palm of your hand gently to about 1 inch. And of course, before you do this, you want to take a baking tin and put some butter on the bottom of it. Make sure it's not going to be sticking to the pan. Now, to shape your biscuits, to cut them into pieces, you can use a glass, which I don't recommend because what's going to happen is as you push down, air is trapped in here and it'll actually flatten your biscuits down. So if you can get a cookie cutter or take a small tin and cut the top and bottom of it as I always do, and cut your biscuits and they will come out like that. And there's 1 biscuit. I'll put that to the side. Do the same. So I've got our biscuits in our pan. Now this part is optional. I'm going to put a little bit of egg wash on the top just to get that nice golden shiny top on the biscuits. You don't have to do this. You can put them in the oven just like this. You can get creative and sprinkle some sugar on top, get nice caramelization happening, but this is the way I've always done it and this is the way I like to do it. These are going to go in the oven at about 200 degrees Celsius for about 15 to 20 minutes or so. But again, you can eye it. If you start getting a nice golden top, then your biscuits are done. And that's it. Biscuits are done. You can see a nice golden crust on top. I'm going to take, cut them out. I'm going to take one out and get in there while it's still hot. Move this aside a little bit. And what's the best thing to do with biscuits? Cut it open. Piece of butter. Look at that. Very fluffy. They just fall apart. Look at that. On top. And that's the perfect snack or a side dish to anything. And they are hot, guys. So these are Big Daddy's Buttery Biscuits. Do give them a try. I'm sure you'll love them. And remember, never trust a skinny chef.